Hi, first grade. This week we are representing numbers up to 120. We have learned 3 different ways that we can represent numbers. The first way this week that we learned to represent numbers is in standard form. Now we remember that standard form means that we are showing the digits of a number and the place value that those digits are in. So for example, the number 112, the standard form would be 112. We can see that each digit has its own place value, and that number represents the standard form of 112. We also learned that we can use base 10 blocks to represent numbers. If I have the number 112, I can break up this number into the place value to show each digit that the place value is in. And I can use base 10 blocks to build and represent this number 112. I see that the 2 is in the ones place, this one in the middle is in the tens place, and this one on the end is in the hundreds place. We use base 10s to represent numbers. In the ones place, we use ones cubes. So here I would use 2 ones cubes. In the tens place, we use base 10 blocks. So I would use 1 base 10 block to represent the tens place. And in the hundreds place, we use hundreds blocks. I have a 1, so I would need 1 hundreds block to represent the hundreds place. This is how we represent a number with base 10 blocks. We also learned another way that we can represent numbers this week. We learned that we can represent numbers in expanded form. Remember we practiced expanding and stretching out numbers to show the place value of each digit in a number. So if we are still using 112, we can stretch out that number to show the value of each place value in here. Remember, we're adding each place value together. So in the hundreds place, I know that there's a 1, so I would have 100 plus the tens place, which is 110, and then the ones place I'm adding on the end, which is 2 ones. 100 plus 10 plus 2 is the expanded form of 112. You guys are doing a great job practicing your representing numbers. So today, I want you to show me what you know about representing numbers in these 3 ways that we learned this week. We're going to go over what you're going to do by watching me, and then I'm going to have you help me before you go off on your own to practice showing what you know about representing numbers. I have 3 examples, and each one is showing a number in a different way. I also have 3 answer choices up above. Our job is to match the answer choice to the correct number to represent the same number. So starting with number 1, I can see right off the back that I have base 10 blocks representing a number. I need to change that to represent it in standard form. So first, I need to figure out what number this is. I have 2 place values, tens and ones. So I'm going to have 2 digits. In the tens place, I'm going to count by tens to figure out what digit needs to go here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So I'm putting a 6 on the 10, and then I have 2 for my ones place. So this number represents 62. Here's 62, so I'm going to put that answer choice next to my number 1. We represented 62 from base 10 blocks, and we turned it into standard form. Let's look at number 2. I see a number in standard form. The number is 86. I'm either going to change 86 to base 10 or expanded form. Those are the only 2 left that we learned this week. I have 1 answer choice for each one. Our job is to figure out which answer choice shows 86. So I'm going to bring down my first answer choice, and I'm going to check and see if this matches my standard form of 86. I see I have 10s and 1s, so I'm going to skip count by 10 and see if it's 80. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, that's 8. Now let's see how many 1s. I need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that matches my standard form. So that might go here. But let's double check this answer choice just to make sure we're correct. I automatically see that there are 3 place values here in this number. Now, I only have 2 place values in 86, so I know that's not my answer choice. But let's make sure that this expanded form of a number matches 115 for number 3. Okay? I know that for expanded form, I'm stretching out that number into my place value. So my biggest one is 100. I need 100. Okay, and then I'm going to add my 10s, and I need 1 10, and I need 5 1s. 100 plus 10 plus 5, that's the expanded form of 115. So I am done. I have matched each of my numbers into represent another way. Let's try it with 3 more problems and see if you can help me this time. Okay, same thing. I have 3 problems and 3 answer choices that we need to match up to represent numbers. Starting with number 1, I see base 10 blocks. One of the answer choices up here represents this amount. Let's see which one it is. I have a 100s block, which means I have 3 digits in my number. This is 100, so I know I have 100s block. I don't see any 10s blocks though, do you? No, so what digit should go here in the 10s? If I don't have any 10s blocks, what digit should go in the 10s place? That's right, a 0, because there's none. Now, what digit should go in the 1s place if I have 2 1s cubes? Great, a 2. So do you see a number up here that represents 102? Point to it with your finger, please. Great job, it's this one. 102. We went from representing the number from base 10 to standard form. Let's look at the second one, number 2. What number is this? 119. Great, so one of these answer choices is going to represent the number 119. Okay, let's see if we can figure out which one it is. Let's look at this first example first. I want you to pause the video and I want you to decide if this expanded form of a number represents 119, yes, thumbs up, or no, it does not. Push play when you're ready. Okay, you should have paused the video to decide if you think that this expanded form of a number represents 119. Let's see if you are correct. We see that there should be 100 in the hundreds place plus 110. Oh, that doesn't match. There's a 0 here, but I need a 10 for it to match. And there should be a 9 in the ones place, but there's a 7. So you should have said thumbs down that this does not represent 119. Let's look at our other option. Pause the video and decide if you think that this representation of base 10 represents 119. Push play when you're ready. Okay, you should have paused the video and given a thumbs up if it represents 119 and a thumbs down if it does not. Let's see what you decided. Using base 10, we should go through each place value to show the amount of each one. So in the hundreds, I see a 1, which means I should have 1 hundreds block. Check. Let's go to tens place. 1 in the 10, so I should have a 1 tens block. Check. And in my ones place, I have a digit 9, so I should have 9 ones cubes. Let's count together to see if there are 9 ones cubes. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you said thumbs up, then you are correct. This base 10 represents 119. We changed the standard form of this number to base 10 blocks. Great job. So we only have one answer choice left, but let's make sure it's right. 1 in the hundreds, 100, check. 0 tens and 7 ones. Great job. We matched all of these to represent the numbers. Today, this is what you're doing in your quiz, showing what you know to represent numbers up to 120 in 3 different ways. Have fun, and I'm super proud of you guys.